So this is Shavor and Ras TV. All right. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on so each time I upload a video like this, you get it right there on your phone. All right. Today we live, and as you as you see our topic, right? We're gonna talk about Boxing Day. So most people in America, right? They don't know the meaning of Boxing Day. All right, because when we say Boxing Day, we're not talking about two people put on a gloves and start a fight, okay? That is not what Boxing Day is all about, okay? See, we Jamaicans, so we were colonized by the British, by the English to be specific, right? So England have this day after Christmas that they call Boxing Day. So we were what I should say, we have the same thing in Jamaica, right? As Boxing Day. So today we're going to talk about Boxing Day. All right. So what's the meaning of Boxing Day? Like I said earlier, we're not talking about two Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. We're not talking about Mike Tyson. We're not talking about none of these people. All right. We're not talking about Floyd Mayweather. That's not who we're talking about when we say Boxing Day. All right. Boxing Day, like I say, in Jamaica, we're from the British. It's simple. It means well, what they say it mean, and then we're gonna tell you the true meaning. What they say it mean is they after Christmas, whatever goods, whatever product, whatever things, whatever clothes, shoes, whatever things they have in these stores, after Christmas they box them up in a box, all right, and you they call it Boxing Day. So they will box them up, they will go do inventory on it, or they will try to sell them half price off, okay, whatever they have. So this is what they call Boxing Day in these places, right? So this is what they're talking about when they say Boxing Day. So they will box up all the things because they're getting ready, they're getting prepared for the new year, and they don't want to go over with these old products, okay, because the new year they will get in new products, okay. They will get in anywhere you are. If you're a car dealer, they will get in new cars. If you own a grocery store, they will get in new grocery. If you own a clothes store, they will get in new clothes. They will get in new shoes, new purse, new wallet, all these things. So today, the day after Christmas, they will box all these things up in a box, right? And this is why they say they call it Boxing Day. So we all know that's not what Boxing Day mean, okay? Whenever time things is said to a lot of us, we always accept it and we never research, we never try to figure out what's the meaning of that. If it's not, if it's not, you know, if it's not two people in a ring with fighting, why they would call it Boxing Day, right? And now I tell you, this is why they say it is called Boxing Day, okay? So what happened is in history, whenever time things happen, whenever time it moved from generation to generation, generation to generation, the things that was said in the first generation, by the time it reached down to the third, fourth, and fifth generation, the whole narrative would change. Everything will change. Even the words that we speak. Okay? When most things were started, it doesn't mean what it mean back then now. Okay? So when you heard they say Boxing Day and they say this is why they call it Boxing Day, it was never that. Okay? We never had that called Boxing Day. Okay? They created it off slavery, right? So in the days of slavery, when we have all these thing going on, all these slavery coming, all these slaves coming from Africa, coming to this hemisphere, coming over here in the to the Americas, to Jamaica, to the Caribbean, to all over this place. All right. What happened is, listen carefully. What happened is they will take. This is just an example of what they would do. They will take your mom, your grandma, your granddad, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, and instead of selling them individually, they will bring all these families together, okay, and drop them off on a plantation for one price, for the price of one, instead of selling them individually, because they are getting old and because they can't do much. So they will take the elderly peoples, okay, and they will sold them to one of these slave owners for the price of one, okay. So when you heard they say Boxing Day, this is exactly where it derived from, okay. They will get a whole package of us, our ancestors, our bloodline, and they will get them together instead of sell them individually to make more money, because it's a Boxing Day. So they will give you in one package and they will sold them to that one slave master for one price. Most of them are elderly people. Some of them already capitated, losing a hand, losing a foot. They can't do much. And most of them is sickly. They don't have they doesn't have a long way to go before they die. This is what they would do. And when they bring them here and they take them to the shore, and the white slave owner come to purchase them, they will wash them down, use oil, and oil them up shiny, okay. And there you go. That's Boxing Day for you. And that's the real truth about Boxing Day. All right. So like I tell you, from generation to generation, things seems to change. The narrative seems to change. What they call Boxing Day in those time, they will call it, they will say the same words today and make it seem like it was a different thing, because everything that it used to be for slavery, now they use it and they convert it to make money, okay. It's just like in Christmas, they tell us about Christmas. Oh my God, this man coming with his music. So they will come with their, they will come, okay. This man distracting my life, man. Everything, especially Christmas, they will tell you that it is Jesus' birthday and it is the day of the Lord, and they will tell you a lot of stuff. But when these things was actually going on, it doesn't mean nothing what they are telling you it means today, okay. So we need to check these things. A matter of fact, like I tell people, if they should check when they talk about this man called Jesus was born on December 25th, historian shed these lights. They will tell you that even if this guy was existed, this guy who they call Jesus, even if he was existed, he would never born in December. He would born in like September, October, okay. These things are already researched and it's already out there. You don't have to believe me, you could go check. These things are there, okay. So we're not talking about that anyway. That was just an example of how they change words and how they change things from how it used to mean to now it doesn't mean nothing like what they claim it mean. All right, I gotta put my windows up. Now these people with their music. All right. So Boxing Day, okay, is the day that they do these things to our ancestors. And when I speak about topic like these, people always be like, oh, why you don't leave that? That's in the past. In the past, if you don't know your history, it will repeat on you. This is why a lot of us are indoctrinate ourselves in some religion that was enslaving our ancestors. This is why, because we don't know our history, this is why you see we're repeating the same nonsense all over again and believing something that will never happen. Okay? This is why you see, because we don't want to talk about slavery. We don't want to talk about ourselves. We need, yeah, we're right. We shouldn't be talking about slavery. We should be talking about before slavery, what we were doing. That's what we should be talking about. That's what we should research. Research how Africa was before slavery. Okay? What we used to do. Who we are. These are the things that we should be looking at. And these are the things that we need to know. Okay? I know in America, people be like, okay, what is Boxing Day? No, I explain it to you. This is what but this is what the British give us as Boxing Day. But we know the real truth and the real fact about this thing they call Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. Okay? If we don't want to talk about what people do to our ancestors and say, no, that's in that passed long time ago. How comes you don't forget? How comes you know we should forget, we should forgive and forget. Listen, let me tell you this. The African Holocaust, okay? Leopold II of Belgium, listen, kill plus ambulate over 14 million African. That's what they did to us. Leopold II of Belgium, okay? Over 14 million African, our ancestors, our people, our bloodline, he killed in the Congo. Okay? And listen, watch the difference with the number. The Jewish Holocaust, Hitler killed 6,000 of the Jewish. And you know what the Jews say? We will never forget about this day. You know what the Jews they do? They have a specific day where they celebrate their ancestors who died in that Holocaust. Only 6,000. Okay? And remember, the African Holocaust, it was 14, 15 million of us lose our life. Not to mention who was amputated. Okay, when I say that their hands cut off, their foot cut off, not to mention that Leopold II of Belgium did that to us. And for the people who don't want to know these things, it's okay. If you don't want to know these things, you could go ahead. That's your problem. We need to know these things. We need to teach our children these things. Remember, the Jews say never forgot, and they created a day to celebrate the Jewish Holocaust. Only 6,000, okay? And the African Holocaust was 14 to 15 million Africans lose their life. And you want to tell me to forget about that? I will never do that. I will never forget about that. That thing will live with me for life, and it will die with me because it hurt me. So no, if someone could do that to you, if you was the one who was living in that time, would you want people to forget about that? Tell me. So when I talk about this stuff, we need to know exactly. We need to know what happened to our people, because anything what happened to our people back then, It is the same thing that is destroying us today. Because we don't know our history. And we watch it repeating ourselves. And we just relax and just kiki and watch sport and smoke and drink liquor and smoke cigarette and act like we are idiots. While these people doing everything in their power to get rid of us. Okay? While these people doing everything in their power to get rid of us. When they come to our country, we laugh with them, we kiki and we smile with them. And we treat them like they are God. And we allow them to do everything in our country. But if our own black people come back there and do that, you kill them. And then you gonna tell me to forget about what happened to my ancestors? No, I can't forget about that. This thing that they call Boxing Day, we need to know the death, the destruction, the pain, the agony that they caused upon our ancestors. Okay? This is why when I speak, I don't want people to agree with me. I just tell you how it is. Okay? That's just how it is. If we just gonna say let these things pass, let bygones be bygones. Oh yeah? The Jewish not allowing that to pass. They celebrate that up to this day. And you know what? On top of that, the Jewish get paid for those 6,000 lives that was taken. Every year, the Jewish people get a check for that Holocaust. Don't believe me, go check it. Everything is there on your phone, everything is there on your computer. Go check it. Up to this day, the Jewish get paid for that Holocaust. What happened to the African Holocaust? Why are we not getting paid? You know why? Because everything we want to forgive and forgot. This same forgive mentality that black people have, this is why we're not getting out of the trouble that we're in today. Because anytime any other race do you something, you're quick to start crying and I forgive you. Oh yeah? The Jewish collecting check every year from America, from England, from especially Germany, where Hitler came from. At least he not even came from Germany. He's an Austrian and he go to Germany to do all these things. Adolf Hitler. Okay? So, when I am speaking about these things, I don't want people to look at me and thinking I'm crazy. Okay? Because the fact is the fact. Our Holocaust is way more detrimental than any other Holocaust in the world. And a lot of black people don't even know these things. We don't even know these things. And we don't have no interest to know it. Everything we interest in is to go on our phone and look at some stupid shit. Look at some black people fighting each other, shooting at each other. And we say, yeah, this is what we come to. Okay? This is what we become. We don't want to know anything about what happened to our people. We want to forgive and forget. These people, they don't forgive or forget. They're getting paid for their Holocaust of 6,000 people that Adolf Hitler killed, these Jewish. But Leopold II of Belgium capture our children and have them into cage like a monkey and have tourists come and look at them and throw them banana. Little black girls, little black guys, like 4 years old, 5 years old. And that is something that is reality. So we need to know these things. Every day we get up, we want to laugh and we want to smoke and drink and go watch sport and say that's our team and we're not getting paid for watching none of these things. We need to know the reality too. Why we don't want to know the reality? Why we just want to sit around and just be happy and don't want to cause no problem, yeah? Before we start talking, go research the African Holocaust. What Leopold II of Belgium did in the Congo. And a lot of us here don't even know where is the Congo. They'll be like, where's the Congo? Okay, it is in Africa. Okay, where you from? Go research that. That was our live today. All right. This is Shavor and Rest TV. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn your post notification bell on. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.